Shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawashi, double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, and shalom to the brothers out there pushing the word in sincerity and in truth. Okay, so the topic we're going to touch on, we're just going to get right into the scriptures, is the whole situation with Russia and America. All right, and basically what's going on is America is a big liar. All right, America's lying to the world, trying to say that they're fighting ISIS when they're the ones that really created ISIS. All right, and also the real entity that's behind all this turmoil that's brewing up to World War III is the Most High. All right, and we're gonna prove that through the scriptures. All right, so the first scripture, I guess Ezekiel.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4. They said, want me to start from 1? Give me the point.
Well, you can start at 2, I guess.
2, okay. I'll just start 1.
Right.
Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. It says, And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him.
Right, now we know that according to the history of the map, Gog and Magog, that represents Russia. All right, because where they dwelled is in the area. It was originally inhabited by Japhet, but what happened? Esau or Esau came in there and they took over those lands.
Yeah, you could look up that in the Etruscan Wars. Mm-hmm. That's what that was. What the brother's mentioning, it was taken over by the so-called white man during the Etruscan Wars, which the Etruscan Wars deals with, I believe, the Romans at the time. Or it's like Esau taking down the Japhetic people of that land, which is today Russia.
Right, that's right. All right, go ahead.
Okay. It says, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
Right, so read that point again, because the beginning was a point in that verse.
And I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws.
Right, and the Most High is going to turn you back, because it was like a year ago, you had Russia, you had America, or you had Putin and Obama sit down, and they had a little conference. It was all staged, they were sitting together, and they were so-called making peace treaties. All right, I believe, I forgot the title, it was it was basically to break down their nuclear missiles or the nuclear arsenal to create peace between America and Russia. But we know, according to prophecy, that's not going to happen. All right, and this prophecy right here, where it's saying, I'll put hooks into thy jaws and turn thee back, they're going to turn Russia back to that great superpower that's prophesied in the scriptures to go against America.
Which was known as the USSR.
Right.
The Soviet Union.
Right.
You know, because when they fell back during after World War II, I think start with the KGB, to that extent, if I'm saying it correctly, they fell down and they've been trying to come back up, you know, but they're pretty much they're back up to where they used to be through these past few years, and you know they're really technically they're the superpower as far as military might in the whole world, you know, they're stronger than the U.S., man. And we're talking amongst brothers and even seeing some articles, they have better efficient weapons than the U.S. Their weapons are more efficient than U.S. military is, you know, because America puts a lot of their money or revenue into military weaponry, but the Russians, that's all they live for. You know, they get their students in their school, their children are raised to be militant, and as soon as they're like little kids, like 5 years old and up, the whole society is built on the military or warlike society, where all the men know how to fight and train. Even Putin, here it is, he's the prime minister or president of Russia, and he knows how to fight. He knows judo, all sorts of martial arts.
Yeah.
He's big in the UFC. You know, look at Obama. Can Obama? He's not involved in nothing, man.
He can't even play a sport.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can't even throw a pitch.
Yeah.
No,
he can't throw a ball.
basketball.
He can't shoot a basketball. He can't lift weights. He's a you know, he's a heathen, man. He's a weak heathen.
Yeah,
you know,
weakling, man.
So yeah.
Anyway, and it says, I will turn thee back, like brother going to back into the old USSR. And as another footnote, I had an interview with Putin about a few weeks ago. What's today's date? October 11th.
11th right now.
Yeah, during the first month of October 2015, Putin had an interview recently, and he said, "Yeah, I'm just trying to bring Russia back to the old USSR. I'm trying to bring him back to what we used to be." And he doesn't even know with that sentence he just prophesied. He just made that's what we're reading now.
Yeah.
So it says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks unto thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords."
And that's going into preparing Russia for that third world war that's going to take place in Saudi Arabia, or what's known in the scriptures as the land of the Lord's judgment, or in the Hebrew Yahawashi. All right. So the Lord is preparing all these nations, primarily Russia. All right. So to prepare for the third world war. That's good. That's gonna. A lot of people don't realize. Like we were going into at camp yesterday, you had a lot of people shopping, just their mind, they have no clue what's gonna happen or what stage we're at in as far as World War III. You got a lot of people that don't think World War III is gonna happen in their lifetime, but they're gonna be sadly mistaken. Okay, so we can move on. What was it?
We'll go to the lies, not Proverbs.
Yeah, you get that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, America, man, America. A lot of people don't realize that America it's on its way down, and America thinks, or the so-called white man thinks, that they're actually in control of everything. All right, but they're not. The Most High is, and America is gonna get caught for being a liar or exposed for the lie that it is with this whole situation with ISIS. All right.
Yeah, like the brothers going into this whole lie, because America, what their plans are backfiring in a way. Because here it is, like the brothers going into America through the CIA and other organizations, they set up ISIS, all right, and the Taliban and Al Qaeda, which you can look into research on Al Qaeda. They go back all the way to the 70s and 80s when they were set up as they were once good guys, but now they're bad guys because Esau can just make any propaganda for his doings,
right.
And flip the script. But the point is, ISIS is nothing more than another made-up organization by America. But the point is, ISIS was created by them. Was created by America for another new group to be labeled a terrorist, so they can keep having an excuse to keep fighting wars over there in the Middle East. All right, it was just another excuse. But here is a lie that really ISIS is working with America. That they're working with America, and the big clue to that is true is because ISIS has control over $3 billion worth of oil. They have control of it. Now that's not an accident because America is only over there. One of the main reasons is for the oil, to gain control of the oil and other mineral resources, man. This is why another big reason why this war is happening. Right. Over the Middle East. And but here it is. You have Russia going down there and actually going through with really fighting and coming in the name of fighting terrorism. They're actually doing that. But what it's doing is ruining America's plans, and it's backfiring because America so-called is not doing their job, but Russia is really doing the job, and it's making America look bad.
Right. And
America's mad because Russia didn't ask permission to collaborate with America. All right, so that's the and now as another footnote before we get into scripture. Now America is using a propaganda and tactics to say that Russia is killing civilians, right? When it's all around the world that America kills most civilians out of all the other countries in the world. That's why in Iraq you have the most orphans or widows due to America bombings in Iraq. It's like it's over 500 million orphans in Iraq.
Right, they're displaced inhabitant or whatever, you know, because their homes were all blown up, you know, and they're excusing Russia for doing something that they've been doing since they've been over there in the Middle East, you know.
So, which is a liar,
Right.
propaganda.
Right.
So, again, to this, you said Psalms 10 and 2? Slot.
Okay. Right. So that's that, man. All right. So America is getting it. That's why it goes into in Isaiah 47:1 how the skirt is gonna be lifted up on Babylon. All right, and that's going into all the lies and bullshit that's gonna be put to the forefront. All right, and expose America for the liar that they are. You know. Okay.
Yep. Proverbs 10 verse 1. It says, "Why standest thou afar off, O Lord?
Mm-hmm.
Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble?
Mm-hmm.
The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor."
Right, and that wicked, the wicked is talking about the so-called white man. All right, and they persecute the poor no matter where they are, where they go. Okay, because their number one thing that they do. It tells you in John 10:10, they rob, steal, and destroy.
Yep.
The only reason why they're over there in the Middle East is to gain an advantage as far as the oil and all their natural resources. All right, so they're persecuting the poor, not only to the Israelites over here in America, but all other countries. Okay.
Yeah. It says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor.
Right.
Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined."
Right, and their own devices. One big giant device that they're going to be taken by is those missiles.
That's right.
All right, because it was the scientists that created the missiles. All right, to create the whole ICBM missiles and the whole thing with the nuclear fission to split the atom. All right, and create that big explosion. That was a creation that the Most High gave Esau. But guess what? Esau is going to get taken down by the same instrument that that the Most High helped him create. All right, and also another device that they're going to be taken by is all their lies.
Yeah.
All right, and here it is. They created ISIS.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for a reason to go into the Middle East.
Yep.
But now their reason for going into the Middle East is being taken out by Russia.
Yeah,
so that's why that's what's gonna really bring in that third world war. That's gonna force them into that third world war. All right.
Yeah. Yep. It says,
I think that was it.
Okay.
It was just 10 and 2, and then you have Proverbs
16 and 16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says Proverbs chapter 6 verse 16. It says, "These things doth the Lord hate." It's like, "These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood."
Right.
Okay.
You want to go?
Yeah. Actually, you want to go?
All right, I'll get it. This is 6 and 16, right? This is Proverbs 6:16. It says, "These things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him."
Yeah, and that's the key word, hate. Okay, so for you little Disney World church characters out there, God does hate. All right, He does hate. He doesn't have one emotion. So read that again.
It says, 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 things are an abomination unto him. A proud look.
A proud look. Now, we don't have to go too far into this, but everybody in the world knows how proud America is. All right, and every one of their movies and all magazines, all their most elected officials, people that are call themselves cops and policemen, are all what? So-called white people. All right, and they boast of America as proud. They're the only country in the whole world that boasts about homosexuality, boasting about transsexuals, boasting about worshiping any God under the sun. All right, so that's being proud, and then being proud against the Most High Himself. All right, so everybody knows America's proud.
It says, a proud look, a lying tongue.
I'm sorry. Another thing about proud is that when we're talking about foreign relations here, America feels like they can tell any country what to do. But when another country does the same thing they're doing, it's a problem. It's a problem. That's being proud, man. And then here it is, you've been killing civilians for years, and then when someone else do it, it's now a big issue.
Yeah.
You know, that's being proud, man. And a hypocrite. And you lie in other countries, and you trying to tell other countries what to do. That's being proud.
Okay.